Hello my friends, welcome welcome back to my channel. This is Moonday and today I've got another video for you, and today's topic is what does your physical body need? So that might be a little bit weird of a title, but what I wanted to say through that is that sometimes we get like a physical symptoms of some spiritual problems. So for example, for those of you who are into like chakra energy systems, you will kind of know that they how to say that they're kind of linked to some body parts, and when you get some problems with that body part, it means that chakra is blocked, so that energy center is blocked, for example. So we are going to see what does your physical body need, because sometimes we can to help ourselves spiritually, we can't just help ourselves physically, and then everything else is gonna work out beautifully for us. So hopefully that's gonna be a fun little reading. A few things before I start is that thing number one, obviously, I really wanted to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel, who has left me a comment. You guys are amazing and you always make my day, and I'm so extremely grateful for every single one of you. So thank you once again from the bottom of my heart. Thanks to you, I can basically like make my dreams come true and do what I love doing, which is this kind of readings. The second thing I wanted to say is that this is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate with you, so please keep that in mind. So take whatever does resonate with you and simply leave the rest. If you're not a fan of this kind of things, you can always click off of this video, no hard feelings, and you can always find content on YouTube or anywhere else on the internet that you will enjoy much more. And the third thing is that I wanted to mention or remind you that I am an intuitive reader. That means I don't just stick to the meanings from the books. Whatever my spirit guide is telling me, I will pass the message. Alright, so if you don't know how do this kind of readings work, let me quickly explain it to you. We've got three groups of cards. This is group number 1 with the crystal quartz, group number 3 with the snowflake obsidian, and group number 3 with the amethyst crystal. And you intuitively choose one group of cards, just one, remember guys. And you can choose by crystal, you can choose by number, you can use pendulum, you can pause this video right now, you can meditate on your choice, you can do whatever is the best for you, and then you can resume this video, go to the timestamps which are in the description box down below, and just go straight to your group. So okay, without any further ado, let me just go to the reading number 1. So I'll see you guys in a second. Hello group number 1, I hope you're doing well. So let's find out what does your physical body need right now at the moment. So we've got, I honor how I want to feel. So there's definitely some blocked feelings going on over here. I am divine, beautiful, sexual goddess, just the way I am. Yeah. We've got the 5th chakra, throat chakra, communication. We've got the dark moon. Spend time in contemplation and meditation in order to seek greater understanding of yourself and those around you. And we've got the 6 of Cups in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the 5 of Pentacles also in reverse. Wow, some strong energies, guys. Okay, so right away I can definitely tell that something is going on with how do you feel about your self-image? Especially with this cards here, I honor how I want to feel, and also I am divine, beautiful, sexual goddess, just the way I am. So there is some problem with the self-image. You might be that's gonna sound very cheesy, okay, but you know, it happens. So you might be feeling like you're ugly, you're, I don't know, you're terrible, you dumb, you're, I don't know, you know, however you feel, like however negative feelings or thoughts you might get about yourself, this is what these cards are showing me. And the thing is, what the cards are trying to tell me is that this is mostly in your head. I know it is very difficult, you know, for people to just stop the negative thought patterns about themselves. You know, if, for example, for the past 10 years of your life you have been only thinking about yourself as ugly and undeserving things, then, you know, it's not like, oh, someone's going to snap their fingers and all of a sudden you're going to feel beautiful and amazing. So so I know it's not, it's very easy said, but it's not that easily done. But I feel like the cards are trying to tell you the message, like literally the message I'm getting is that, you know, you can change this thought pattern. You should definitely start feeling better about yourself. Once again, I know this is very easy said, not that easily done. However, I don't know, I am kind of getting that around this time, this is a timeless reading, but around this time when you're watching this, the energies surrounding you are gonna be, I don't know, much more helpful, are gonna be much more like easy to I don't know, call upon. I'm not really sure how to say that, but the whole thing is that whenever you're watching this is the right time for you to hear this message and start working on that, because it is so much. I mean, there's so much. It's so important for you to realize that you're beautiful, that you're amazing, that you're smart enough, good enough. You deserve everything in your life, you know. It's not like you don't deserve things. Also, if you think like you're undeserving because of some physical flaws you might have, well, you know, nobody's perfect. That's the first thing, you know. And also the things that might be really huge for you, other people might not really see them or might not take them as flaws, you know. So for example, I don't know, if you have curly hair and everybody else has got straight hair, and you think like, oh yes, I do want straight hair as well, so my curly hair is awful and ugly and I don't like it, you know. But so many people would actually give so much to have your curly hair. So you know what I'm saying is that we need to see the things we actually don't like about ourselves, and, you know, see them in a more positive light. There's so many things like I don't know. For example, even myself, I've got so many like complexes about so many things that it's actually easier for me to say what I don't have complex about than what I do have complex about. But the things I hate about myself, there's so many people that keep on telling me, oh, I wish I had this or that of yours, you know. And I'm just like, well, but I hate it. If I could, I would definitely like give it to you, you know, and just swap with you. But they say, yeah, like I really wish that was possible. So this is definitely a message for those of you who might not feel very happy about themselves or the way you look, or so. think about how you want to feel. If you want to feel beautiful, you can feel beautiful no matter what. There are some little small things sometimes that actually help us feel the way we want to feel. So for example, if, I don't know, taking a bubble bath with some extra salts and scented oils makes you feel beautiful and sexy and whatever, you know, just do it. If buying yourself, I don't know, a dress in particular color makes you feel better about yourself, like, you know, however you want to feel, then do it. You know, you can choose how you feel. That's the thing. You can choose how you feel about yourself. So you can choose if you want to focus on the negatives, or you want to, or you can focus on how you want to feel and make it happen. So that is the first message for you guys. This is not over yet. Oh, oops. Okay, so we have the second card, which speaks about the throat chakra and the communication. My aim is to be fully understood by others. So, is there something you're not communicating to people, or you're not being clear about? Very often there are things that we don't like when people do or say to us, but we don't know how to tell them. We think, oh my god, if I tell them I don't like when, I don't know, they're doing something or calling me somehow, you know, I'm gonna hurt their feelings. But this is not about being rude. This is about clearly communicating in an open and honest way how you really feel. Because very often, you know, we are not communicating how we feel because we're scared, because of fear, because we think we're going to be misunderstood, or people are, I don't know, people are not going to want to communicate with us anymore. But the thing is, you can work on this, you can work on your communication, and if you feel like maybe it's your tone of voice when you're talking to people, you know, even though you don't mean to sound rude, you do sound rude because, I don't know, because of the tone of your voice or something like that, you can work on that. You can definitely work on that, because this is definitely some kind of a block. Anything else? I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but I don't know, my mind went completely blank. So I don't know if that message is gonna come back to me or not. Well, if it does, I'm gonna talk about it again, but if not, I'm gonna move to another card, which is the dark moon energy. So spend time in contemplation and meditation in order to seek greater understanding of yourself and those around you. So the first thing is to seek greater understanding of yourself. That is very important, because I feel like if we don't really even try to understand ourselves, how others will understand us? You know, how if you don't understand yourself, how do you expect, you know, other people to understand you? I know it's very difficult, you know, like even I fully don't understand myself, and I'm sure a lot of people on this planet, they don't understand themselves. But the thing is, we should always try to do that. We should always try to contemplate ourselves. And I'm not talking about overthinking, because that's a completely different thing, but spending time in contemplation, and like I'm getting some shadow work messages for you guys, so it is going to resonate for some of you, but definitely doing some shadow work would be very helpful for you right now. Um, I'm also getting that, oops, that this is going to definitely help you with the communication issues that you might be having right now. That contemplating yourself, contemplating and the nature of yourself, the true nature of yourself, is definitely going to help you with those communication issues that you might be having right now. It's going to help you to unblock this throat chakra for you. When you start learning more about yourself, you will also be able to learn how to set the boundaries, I'm getting. Because some of you definitely need to set some boundaries that right now you don't really want to do it because you don't know how to do it. So some kind of meditations that help you open your throat chakra, definitely give it a go. There's tons of them on YouTube, like guided meditation, stuff like that, so I'm sure you can find something for yourself when it comes to that. What else? Well, there's 3 cards in reverse, so there's once again there is a lot of blocked energies around you guys. Well, I feel like I'm especially drawn to this card here, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Some of you guys might definitely be feeling like you're at the, literally like at the bottom of that Wheel of Fortune, you know, when everything is kind of like crumbling around you and everything is falling apart, you know. You feel like, oh my god, where did my good luck go to? Where is all the positive things that have been happening to me? You know, you might be feeling like you're only inviting negative stuff into your life, that you're only inviting negative events, you know. You might be having a strike of bad luck all of a sudden, all the time, you know, and you don't know how to deal with that and what to do with that. For some of you, I'm also getting some kind of arguments, I don't know, with either your soulmate or a friend of yours, someone who is very important to you. So it could be the argument, it could be some kind of misunderstanding, either from your side or from the other person's side, that led to maybe even a no communication right now, that, you know, because of something that was like actually just a big misunderstanding, you're not talking to each other. And like I said, it could be like your soulmate, it could be your best friend, it could be someone who is very important to you in general, with whom you've had a really great contact before, but all of a sudden you feel like you're not talking, you don't know why, you don't know what happened, or you don't know where did that argument come from, like it was all good and now all of a sudden it's like you're not talking. So once again, I'm coming back to this throat chakra, which is communications issues. But what I'm also getting is that this is basically the end of that, you know, with this 5 of Pentacles in reverse. To me, it means that, you know, you are basically moving towards the good times now. That this might be still going on for you, obviously this might be still in the present time, however this is the end of that phase, you know. This is the end of that phase, this is the end of that negative period of your life, because you have to remember, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, that sometimes we're on the top of the wheel, sometimes we're at the bottom of the wheel. Well, it doesn't really matter, you know. It just, the wheel keeps on moving constantly, so sometimes we're at the top, sometimes we're at the bottom. Maybe at the moment you've had the bottom moment where you're at the bottom of that wheel, but you will be going out of this, but it is going to happen only if you listen to this kind of advices from the cards, and you will understand the lesson that is coming through that, you know, that, you know, that you can control how you feel about yourself, that you can set the boundaries, that you can work on your communication issues, that you can and you should start looking more inwards into yourself, you know, in like work on your on your darker side, work on your shadows. That will definitely help you with everything, and it is going to resolve. Obviously it's not going to resolve all of a sudden itself, but this is definitely going to help you. So what does your physical body need? It needs definitely working on your throat chakra, and it needs you to start honoring it and start feeling more positive about it, because our thoughts create our reality. So if you tell yourself every day, oh, I'm ugly, I don't know, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that, you know, whatever, this is how your body is going to react to that, and it's going to give you more of that that you don't want. So it's very important to treat it with respect and honor it and love it and tell it it's beautiful. So that kind of vibrations are going to sink into your body, and yeah, and it's going to help you to get more of that positive outcome. Alright, group number 1, this is it. I hope you did like this reading and you did enjoy it. If you did, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I post new videos every Friday. Also leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you. I love reading your comments, guys. You can also buy me a coffee or become my patron on the Patreon website. Links are all below in the description box. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello group number 2, I hope you're doing well. So in today's reading we're going to find out what does your physical body need. So like I was saying before, sometimes, you know, we have the physical symptoms for spiritual issues. So let's tap into that and just see what is going on and how what we can do about it. Are you ready? Hope you're ready. So we've got what? Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. Alright, so there is a message of overcoming fear. The divine feminine energy is understanding, insight, intuition, creativity, forgiveness, healing, and wisdom. Okay. We've got the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, the warrior. We've got the moon in Aries, remain sensitive to others and to avoid confrontation. And we've got the lovers. We've got the moon in reverse. And we've got the 8 of Pentacles, also in reverse. So I don't know why, but I'm first really drawn to this set of cards, especially when you look at this image and then you see the warrior. I don't know why, but I kind of feel like she's this kind of warrior for some reason, you know, like the Amazon, yeah, like the Amazons, basically, you know, the female warriors from the all-female tribe. I'm not saying that you have to be female or identify as female, I mean, to you, my viewer, but this is a very, very important energy for you right now. The divine feminine energy is understanding, insight, intuition, creativity, forgiveness, healing, and wisdom. I feel like there's so much you need to overcome right now, especially also with this card over here that speaks about seeing beyond the limits of fear. Seeing beyond the limits of fear. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of, you beautiful Amazon goddess? I'm getting that for some of you, what you might be afraid of is showing your sensitive nature. Maybe for your whole life you have thought that it would be the best to be tough, you know, a tough girl, the warrior, the warrioress, basically. Someone who doesn't show any weakness, someone who doesn't have any weakness, so the enemies can't see your sensitive side, so nobody can hurt you. Is that what you're afraid of? People hurting you? If you don't have to show your weaknesses, no one can, yeah, I don't know, no one can play with your feelings. No one can play with your nature. That is actually a very delicate nature. So you're trying to be tough on the outside, but inside you're actually a very, very sensitive person. You're a very delicate person. Someone who is very forgiving, someone who needs a lot of healing. I embrace my inner strength, power and resilience, and I allow myself to shine. Maybe it is time for you to actually shine. Maybe it is time for you to actually have a courage, like a courage now, to show people who you really are. Maybe it is time for you to show people your real nature, that you're actually someone who is sensitive, someone who cares, someone who is really thinking about others, someone who is just a human being that sometimes is struggling with things, and that is totally, completely normal. This is something you need for your inner peace, I feel, because right now you might be feeling like you're living in this kind of the inner conflict with yourself all the time, and you don't really accept that. You might have been trying to accept that for a long time, but it never really worked. So you might actually need to start working on your solar plexus chakra, doing some meditation, doing some I'm getting yoga poses for that, and I think like there are some yoga poses for different chakras, and they are supposed to help you open them or something like that. So if you're into that, maybe it is worth trying. Have remained sensitive to others to avoid confrontation. I don't know why for some of you I do have a feeling that you might have been someone who is actually finding themselves very often in some kind of confrontations, arguments and stuff like that. This is totally against your nature, and you were not feeling very comfortable in that situation, never, but you're kind of putting yourself into that to show other people that you're strong and independent, that you don't need other people's compassion, that you don't need other people to see how you really are. Then, you know, it was like putting on a mask that was supposed to make you look stronger in the eyes of others, make you look like a warrior in the eyes of others. But the truth is, your true, real nature is being sensitive. Is being sensitive to yourself and to others, and also to avoid confrontations. You're not someone who thrives in this kind of situations, you know, in this kind of what is it called, environment, when there's a lot of confrontation going on. So I'm getting from this, so let me move on to this. So yeah, with this moon in reverse, I am getting that there's some kind of illusions that you need to basically break. You know, I'm getting that you're trying to set up some illusions about yourself. Once again, it's not like you want this illusion of a different person. You know, you want this illusion of someone totally different from who you really are. And because of that, because of you have been putting on this mask all the time, I'm getting that you have learned not to work on yourself. You have learned not to work on your true real self, because there is no point. If you're working hard on having this false image of yourself, then how do you want to work on your real self? For some of you, I'm feeling that, you know, you might have almost forgotten how you really are, who you really are. And this is not you. This is just an illusion. This is just something you have created, and something that is not real. So I'm getting that now the choice is yours. Are you going to follow your heart and tune into your real, true, divine feminine energy, or you are going to follow your fear and stay in this false image of yourself? The choice is yours. The lovers can speak about the choice as well. What are you going to choose? Once again, you're going to choose your heart or your fears. If you feel like people will stop accepting you once they find out the true you, then they have not been your friends from the beginning. Because if they can't accept you for who you truly are, then there is no point of actually being friends with those people. And if that is your co-workers you're worried about, you know, you need to remember to set your boundaries. And if, I don't know, if you're a manager and you're worried what your I don't know, your employees are going to think about you once you go weak, then, you know, you need to remember you're still on top, you're still a manager, because of there was a reason for that. And it doesn't mean, you know, that once you show people your true self, you're gonna get demoted or whatever, or people will stop regarding you as high. Because I feel like once they find out who you truly are, that you're just human with the problems just like everybody else, then you will be regarded even more highly. Because people like to know that people surrounding them have, they're quite similar. They have issues, they have problems, and not everything in their lives is going perfect, because it makes them feel better about themselves. You know, I know it's a little bit complicated, but that's how it is. We like to see similar patterns going on with other people's lives, because then we feel like, oh, it's not just us. Right, group number 2, this is really what I've got for you, and I do hope it was a good, helpful little reading for you guys. And if you did like it, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I post new video every Friday. Also leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you. I love reading your comments, guys. You can also buy me a coffee or become a patron on my Patreon page, and the links are in the description box below. And yeah, thank you so much once again for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, group number 3, I hope you're doing well. So in today's reading, we're going to find out what does your physical body need. And like I was saying before, there are physical symptoms to spiritual issues. So let's see if we can tap into that and see what do you really need right now. So we've got, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. We've got, mistakes have the power to turn you into something better than you were before. It's interesting. We've got the throat chakra, truthfulness. We've got the moon in Gemini. Stress might be an issue during this time. And we've got the star in the reverse. We've got the 5 of swords. And we've got the devil in reverse. Okay, so what I'm getting, guys, is obviously stress, mistakes, and a lack of truthfulness. So you might be definitely like going through a very stressful period right now in your life. That could be because of work, because of school, because of your personal life. But it is funny because for this group I have been shuffling these cards like 3 times, and every time there was more than one falling out, and it was always, one of them was always this moon in Gemini, and in the end this fell out again. So I was like, okay, this card was definitely meant to be. So this is a stress card. Okay, this is a stress card. So definitely you might be feeling like you're stressed out, you might be feeling like you're burnt out, that there's so much going on right now that you just can't really cope. And the problem is you just need that inner peace right now, and this is something you lack right now. So you feel like you're not in alignment with the universe because you don't have this peace of mind. And once you get in the alignment with the universe, you will get that peace again. But what is causing you this this stress as well? What in particular? So we've got mistakes. So I'm getting that for some of you it could be the issue of overthinking. Mistakes have the power to turn you into something better than you were before. If you have made some mistakes in the past, whether it's recent past or whether it's a very far like past, you might be overthinking some kind of issue that maybe other people have completely forgotten about and they don't really even care about, and they have moved on, but you're still kind of dwelling in that all the time. You're rethinking that, you're thinking about, oh my god, I could have said this or that instead of this or that, I should have done this or that, but you know, instead I've done something else and it's just terrible. And I bet, you know, even though I said that 6 years ago, I'm sure that person still remembers about it. So we all make mistakes, but the only difference from people who are ignorant about their mistakes and people who are not ignorant about their mistakes is that people who are ignorant, they choose not to learn from their mistakes, and people who are somehow spiritually enlightened, they will choose to learn from their mistakes. Because you know, the thing is, especially if you feel like you might be making the same mistake all over again, the problem is that when it happens once, it's a mistake. When it happens twice, it's a choice. So think about that. Are you choosing to make a mistake all the time, to make the same pattern keep on happening all the time? Or is it a genuine mistake, one-off, and that had never happened again because you've learned something from that? Think about it, because it's a very important thing. Is it a choice or is it a genuine mistake? Because mistakes, they help you learn. They help you become a better person, because you know, now you know and you will not do that again. But if you know and you will do that again, that's a choice. It's a completely different thing. So that there is another issue coming up. Are you being truthful and honest with yourself? Are you being honest about your mistakes or choices? So is that a choice or is it a mistake? Be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell me, or you don't have to tell anybody else if that was, if that was a choice or a mistake. Just be honest with yourself. Because right now your throat chakra is completely blocked, and that is because of the lack of truthfulness. Have you been speaking negatively about other people lately? Gossiping about people lately? That blocks your throat chakra as well. That doesn't give you that inner peace you actually crave and you actually need in your life. That makes you feel more stressed about things, because maybe you like to gossip but you don't want people to find out that you were the one that, I don't know, said that one thing and now everybody in the office knows. And you live in constant fear, like, oh my god, I hope they will never find out. I was the one who told everyone. Is that you? I mean, it doesn't have to be, but is that you? Then you know it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake telling everyone. It was your choice. Are you fighting silly fights? Are you fighting the fights that are not worth anything? That you're doing that because of your ego? You're winning. You need to win silly fights because of your ego, because they make you feel better about yourself, even though you know that they are just, I don't know how to say that. They're just not on your level, basically. This is something below you, but you're still maybe doing that. You might be, some of you, obviously, I feel like it's not intentional, but you might be telling yourself, oh, it's in my nature to be gossiping, it's in my nature to be stubborn about things and always wanting to win. But the truth is, it is not. It is something really blocking you. And this something is your truthfulness, is your honesty with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself, then you're not honest with others. Because how can you be honest with others if you're not really even honest with yourself? That's the whole thing. So I do feel like you really need to work on that. You might be also thinking like, oh, if I said, if I say something, if I'm just gonna tell a small little lie to someone, like, nobody's gonna get hurt. But then, that's another thing that adds to that blockage in your throat chakra. That's another thing that causes you stress. That's another thing that causes you to feel like you're not in alignment with the universe. You don't have the peace of mind. Is that because of some kind of jealousy? What are you jealous of? What are you jealous about? What are you trying to prove? Well, I don't know, you tell me. And be honest, be truthful. But I'm getting that this is the period that is about to end. If you listen to this advice, obviously, this is a period that is about to end. This is the time for you to realize what is really happening, that this is not mistakes you're making, these are choices you're making. You're not honest with yourself, you're not honest with others, you're not in the alignment with the universe, you're not having this peace of mind. You are in a very stressful situation right now. You're fighting stupid fights just to feed your ego. But hey, today is the day when you can awaken from that, when you can realize what is really going on, and you can realize that this is not the way to go. It's time to wake up. It's time to realize, it's time to start fixing your life. It's time to realize your genuine mistakes. It's time to realize the choices you're making on a day-to-day basis. Do you really want that for yourself? Is it really something that you truly enjoy? I don't think so. So being totally honest with yourself is the way to go. Okay, this is literally all I'm getting for you, group number 3. So I do hope you have enjoyed this small little reading. If you did, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I post a new video every Friday. Also leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you. I love reading your comments, guys. You can also buy me a coffee or become a patron of mine on my Patreon. Links are in the description box down below. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.